Have you ever traveled to Japan? If you've ever, I bet that at least you discovered one convenience store with a name with the label of 7-Eleven, right? Yeah, because Japan is famously known as a country with 7-Eleven, as a country of 7-Eleven. Due to the number of 7-Eleven in Japan is the highest among the other countries. But did you know that the company of 7-Eleven almost fell down, almost experienced bankruptcy in 1991? Yeah. Okay, the question is, how can an almost bankrupt company can stand as a global convenience store today? Okay, the answer lies in its strategy. When when it was led by the Jim Keys, the CEO of 7-Eleven in the year of 2000. Okay, the strategy is famously known as a retailer initiative. Basically, this strategy refers to a transformation of company's distribution model and a redefinition of relationships with key suppliers and about the incorporation of technology and data in making a decision. Yeah, but before break before I break down the retailer initiative strategy, I'm about to tell the background of the 7-Eleven itself. Yeah. Okay. Initially, in 2007, 7-Eleven stand as a Southland Ice Company in Dallas, Texas. And at the time, Southland operated as a convenience store with the name of Totem. And until in 1946, the company changed its name into 7-Eleven store. And the meaning of 7-Eleven store is quite intriguing because it means that the store opened at 7 a.m. and closed at 11 p.m. Yeah, that's the meaning. And when the when the company already changed its name into 7-Eleven, then it commenced to grow rapidly. And the company also added a gas station to its stores. And until in 1983, Southland purchased Citgo. At the time, Citgo was an oil company. But unfortunately, in 1986, Southland couldn't pay that debt due to purchasing Citgo because bankruptcy haunted Southland. Of course, the Southland company must take an action, and the action led to selling its stock. And in 1991, an IYG Holdings that was belonged to Ito Yokaro and 7-Eleven Japan purchased Southland stock for about 63%. And the stock of IYG Holding, I mean like the Southland stock that is held by IYG Holding increased to 8 to 73% in 2000s. Okay, because IYG Holding belonged to 7-Eleven Japan, and IYG Holding also a major stock holder in the Southland. Then the Southland company altered its name into 7-Eleven Inc. Yeah, Southland changed its name. Okay, guys, because the company already changed its name into 7-Eleven. Of course, the company structure also has a uniqueness, which is there are three types of 7-Eleven stores. Okay, the major types of 7-Eleven stores were corporate, licensed, and franchised. Okay, I'll tell you one by one. Corporate stores means that the 7-Eleven are run by a people who played a role as a manager and an employee simultaneously. That's the meaning of corporate stores. And the second is franchised stores. Franchise stores means like a 7-Eleven store are run by a franchisee. Yeah, by a franchisee, but a franchisee must pay a some amount of money, which was 66,000 US dollars, just to run the business of 7-Eleven. Okay, simply like the company provide a 7-Eleven business to franchisee, and the company provided a building of 7-Eleven, a location, and also the stock of its store was provided by the company, and franchisee just run the 7-Eleven by paying in the first place. And the last is licensed stores. I thought this licensed store mainly focused on a foreign country location, because this refers that an organization can run a convenience store with a name, with a brand, with a system, and even with a proprietary product of 7-Eleven. And definitely, that organization can run the convenience store after an agreement with this the company of 7-Eleven. So yeah, beside that, the company also provided like a training to that organization to run 7-Eleven. But I thought that this license store mainly focused on expansion to foreign countries, where at the location there was no 7-Eleven store previously. Yeah. Okay. We back to the retailer initiative strategy. Retailer initiative strategy mentioned about the transformation of distribution model. Yeah. And a distribution model is play a significant role in operational efficiency of 7-Eleven, because when 7-Eleven applied retailer incentive strategy, and the company adopted a CDC model. CDC means combined distribution centers. Like 7-Eleven focused established a store in a location that is crowded and tight, so that the product in that store always fresh, because CDC in US approximately count to 23 CDC and count to 23 CDC in US, and each CDC served to distribute this 7-Eleven product to 700 stores. Yeah, that's the role of CDC. And you know that the time travel from CDC to 7-Eleven store is less than 19 minutes. 90 minutes. Yeah, 90 minutes. So that's why 7-Eleven always maintain their freshness of their product, the freshness of their products. Yeah. And second, about the use of technology that also mentioned in a retailer initiative strategy, the use of data and technology in making decision. Okay, simply a company provide an advanced technology system to the local owners and operators to manage and purchasing their product in its store, in a store that is run by the local owners. Because of this system, like the local owners and operators had a full accountability in purchasing the product. A system also, like give a report about a product report to the local owners that shows which product that is very popular and which product that even nobody touch it. So the system give that report, so local owners could decide which product that they should purchase to filling their to filling the store shelves. And beyond that product report, the system also can predict weather in the next days. Yeah, predict weather. Okay, the system could demonstrate that tomorrow the temperature will be increased significantly, and because of that because of that prediction, local owners could could decide which product that they should purchase more, such as a drink and ice. Yeah, about product that will be sold in a hot atmosphere. Okay, still regarding about the use of technology and system, because the system is provided by the company. Of course, the company had an archive about the sales data of every 7-Eleven stores. Okay, because they have it, because the company had that data, they utilize that data in predict in like predicting the consumer preferences, so they can instruct to every 7-Eleven store that all of you had to stock this product because this product is always beloved and always be liked by the customer. Yeah, simply like that. And the system also can decide the fate of a particular product. Okay, simply when you put a new product on shelves, then nobody and no customer purchase that product. The system will inform through the report, so that they can avoid in purchasing the product again, and even they can create an innovative product. And yeah, definitely 7-Eleven had their own product called proprietary product of 7-Eleven. There was many, and the famous one is Slurpee. Slurpee is like crushed ice that that is poured by many flavored of syrup. Yeah, many flavored of syrup. And each year, every year, 7-Eleven always rolled out a new flavor. And I thought that strategy quite remarkable because it can attract a Slurpee fans to purchase Slurpee every year. So I thought it can maintain or increase the Slurpee sales. Besides Slurpee, there was also nutritional bars and snacks and mentholated gum, and also a premium wine brand, also offered by 7-Eleven. And the unique product of 7-Eleven called EZD. EZD is a DVD. Okay, okay, this is the shocking fact that when the DVD exposed to the air after 48 hours, that DVD is no longer functional because 7-Eleven used a new technology in creating that EZD. Yeah, that's shock. For me, that was a shocking fact. And the last strategy of the retailer initiative mentioned about redefinition of relationships with key suppliers. Okay, for a long time, 7-Eleven already maintained a good relationships and a strong relationship with its suppliers. But when when they changed their model distribution into a CDC model, many giant suppliers like Pepsi, Coca-Cola refused that distribution model because they had also, I mean, like the giant supplier also had their own strategy. They want that their product is placed in strategic shelves in a 7-Eleven. So the distributor of their product must be from their side because the Jim Kiss, the CEO of 7-Eleven, insisted to apply CDC model. Of course, the company of 7-Eleven maintained the CDC model that all of the 7-Eleven products had had to had to transmit it to the warehouse, and a distributor of 7-Eleven would send all of the product to the 7-Eleven store. So because both sides is insisted to their own strategy, and and it result no solution. Yeah, there was no solution between giant supplier and 7-Eleven company. And that's the strategy of retailer initiative. But lastly, I want to mention about the ongoing challenge that always happened in the 7-Eleven. The challenge was always about people management issues. Yeah, people management issues. Okay, remember that 7-Eleven stores is spreadly that 7-Eleven stores spread widely in US and of course Japan and many foreign countries. And of course there are many people that involved in that operation. And the important one is the local owner or the employee that is faced that face directly to the customer. Jim Keys, the CEO of 7-Eleven, concerned about the customer services that is provided by uh, by an employee that work at the middle of the night, because he worried that probably the services was bad or the service was awful. So the company held a program, and the program called a 12-week certification program, and the program began in 2002. And in order, and I thought that a program has that program aims to create a same services in all of 7-Eleven stores around the world. And yeah, because it began in 2002, and in the late of 2003, almost one third of its stores employee already been certified. Yeah, and it also continuously over time. Okay, that's the major challenge of 7-Eleven that already overcome by the brain of 7-Eleven, which was Jim Keys. So that's all about the retailer initiative strategy and the major challenge in 7-Eleven. Thank you.